forces like natural weather,
right.
kind of, leads to some disclosure. But I'm going to continue, and I think all members of the legislature, this is not a majority minority issue. You've heard from the speaker and others that, we really, really want to see the governor's plan. And I think a lot of people are becoming increasingly concerned that maybe with the new infrastructure money coming in that the congressman is represented on that opportunity, maybe the $300 million now needs to be used for other purposes to help our people as much as possible. So I would like to put that on the table. I think we need to continue to talk about that, because I think there's probably still near 10,000 people that are going to be out of work, and we've got to be very concerned about that. So I appreciate the time, guys. I know you got to move on.
Thanks, Senator.
Thank you, Senator. It's interesting
Yeah,
that
but yeah, Landon, it's big clouds over here in Tamuning. Take care, you guys.
there you go. I don't know how
safe.
scientific
Look
that
forward
is.
to the report. Stay safe,
Right.
you guys. God bless.
Big clouds, Tamuning.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I know we are going to go to Landon with the weather, but pertinent to that, Janela Carrera from Public Health just sent a WhatsApp message that says, COVID testing today at the Old Carnival Grounds in Teadsden and at the Northern Region Community Center has been canceled due to the inclement weather. Please inform your listeners. Will do, can do. So the Teadsden and Northern Region Community Center testing for COVID-19 canceled today because of the expected weather. And good thing we got Landon on the line to break down everything that's expected.
Thanks, Janela.
Landon Aydlett from the National Weather Service joining us now. Landon, we're going to go ahead and give you the floor for this presentation on the weather that we're experiencing, not just this morning, but set to experience the next few days. Again, Landon Aydlett from the Weather Service. Good morning, Landon.
Hey, good morning, and thank you for giving me this time to talk about this weather. This is something we were talking about as a possibility back on Monday during the weather outlook for the week, and this is what's coming to be in our existence. So this is what's been circulating around the region since yesterday. This is one of our posts. 99W tropical disturbance. It's been north of Chuuk. That's our big concern, that it was upgraded to a tropical cyclone formation alert by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center late yesterday evening. So this is 99W, and it is coming our way. Let me flip to their other graphic. This is the forecast plot for that tropical cyclone formation alert, 99W. It is going to be tracking generally in our direction, passing through the Mariana Islands sometime later on Thursday or early Friday morning. What are we exactly expecting? Well, the good news is it's a very disorganized system, still in its very early formative stages. So we're not looking at a tropical storm or a severe tropical storm or a typhoon passing through the islands, but we will be seeing a lot of showers, thunderstorms, and gusty winds over the next 48 to 60 hours. By the weekend, things will be clearing out. We'll have a pretty good outlook for the weekend come Saturday. So the next 3 days, rest of today, Thursday, and Friday, this will be the story: showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds. We've been seeing gusts up to around 23, 24, 25 miles per hour here at the airport this morning with the heaviest showers. And that's all part of this surface trough that's been leading ahead of this disturbance coming through the islands. We were seeing that approach the islands yesterday evening. Behind that, there's not much reprieve, just more showers, thunderstorms, and clouds. So for Chris and Tamuning, the clouds are going to be hanging around today. We've had thunder here at NCS earlier this morning, showers and thunderstorms heavy at times, and that's just going to be the theme for the next several days as 99W does approach. The tricky thing is in these scenarios is this is in its early stages, so it's still in the formation stage. A lot can happen over the next 6 to 12 hours as far as how we're going to play this system. Is it going to be a tropical depression? And that seems like a very likely scenario. There remains a lot of uncertainty whether it's going to be a broader, weaker circulation passing near and south of Guam over the next 36 hours, or as some models have been depicting, this is what we were looking at on Monday morning, was a tropical storm, small compact tropical storm passing through the islands Thursday evening and then continues to develop as it moves away. So there is that uncertainty, that split between the model solutions over the next 24 hours. And right now our forecasts are keeping more conservative with a showery outlook for the islands the next several days with gusty winds. So there could be some room for change, but if this thing does get upgraded to a tropical depression later today, that does not change our prognosis too much as far as expectations. Again, we're not looking at a severe tropical storm or typhoon. but it's going to be sloppy the next several days. So keep up to date with the latest forecast information from my office on weather.gov/GUM and our social media pages, U.S. National Weather Service Guam, because we'll be communicating a lot of updates there. Special weather statement is in effect for Guam and the CNMI, detailing the impacts and expectations with 99W. Best is forecast right now.
Landon and his team over on NW. It's on Facebook.com/NWS Guam. Because everybody in business says it all the time. Send us a DM and everything like that, and we'll try our best to get back to you. The NWS folks will write back to you, guaranteed. Like I have yet to see like a comment they didn't respond to, or someone said I reached out to them 5 minutes later. It was an actual human. It wasn't some bot or autoresponder that said, hi, thanks for your question and everything. Da 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 da. So you guys get it back. But Landon, that is kind of the word right now. So intensity, not so much a concern. However, the conditions over the next couple of days, like you said, in your own words, sloppy.
Yeah, that's correct. And so again, the time and distance is on our side as far as expectations with 99W. There's not much time for this thing to significantly develop and consolidate and become a more formidable tropical system for the islands. However, time is working against us as far as how we're going to discuss this, communicate it, the government, conditions of readiness, all that's going to be a discussion. So how we're going to play this, will it require tropical storm watches or warnings? We're going to be making a lot of decisions later today based on the daytime imagery and observations that we can get from the system and how we want to discuss with Joint Typhoon Warning Center. So again, showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds the next 48 hours. So stay tuned. Things will evolve quickly with the system, as is the case with all tropical systems in the region. A worst case scenario would be this thing would be developing near the Marshall Islands and has plenty of time to develop into something more formidable for us. So that's the good news.
All right. So it looks like you're getting your game face back on. I mean, you're always the most positive guy, but time to earn that paycheck, man.
Back from vacation.
Yeah, that's exactly
it.
Yeah, back from vacation, ready to rumble. So
right on.
We are.
I'm sure the geologist wouldn't appreciate you using those particular words, but we get your point.
I'll have a word with the geologist in the room.
We'll see you when you guys have like the interagency softball game and everything like that. But hey, man, we'll be in touch with you certainly and everything like that. So if there's any update and everything, just pass it on to us and we'll do our best to help out.
I have been asked a lot of questions with other interviews is what to do for preparedness and stuff. And like I've said, with previous systems that's come through in the last several months, we've been very fortunate in 2020 and so far through the year this year. We're looking at tent, canopy, and tarp type storms. We're not looking at full-blown typhoons and stuff. So we've been remarkably fortunate. We've been blessed here in the region that we've not had something more significant come through, at least in the duration of the time of COVID. So we've been very fortunate in that aspect. So again, we're looking at a tent, canopy, tarp type situation. So secure your loose items. Today's the day to do it, even though the showers and thunderstorms are out there. When thunder roars, get indoors. If you can hear thunder, you are at risk of being struck by lightning. So do keep that in mind as all this weather's blowing through today.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but because today's Wednesday, since Landon mentioned like the tarp and everything like that, isn't today like the day when they have like the little markets? Don't they have one like up in Dedido where they have like the food trucks go around? Is that on Wednesday? That's on Wednesdays, right?
I think it's Tuesdays.
Or is it Tuesdays?
I did want to ask Landon
I was
about
thinking Thursday.
Yeah, maybe Thursday.
Do you have any information in terms of like impacts it might have to CNMI?
For the CNMI, much similar conditions. Some of the models show some slightly stronger winds across the CNMI. If we have a broader, weaker circulation as one of the scenarios is depicted in some of the models, with that broader, weaker circulation passing near or south of Guam, it shows these stronger winds up on the northern flank. And let me show you this. This is, again, I like to show you on Monday mornings, our polar orbiting winds across the sea surface. The center is like right about here, north of Chuuk, about 11,151. That's where it was earlier this morning. And you notice the blue winds, the blue wind barbs, this is lighter winds around 5 to 15 knots. The greens are 15 to 20 knots. So it shows the stronger winds along the north side, but I expect to see more of this as this thing consolidates and gets better developed in the next 24, 36 hours. This is a little burst of stronger southerly winds around 20 to 25 knots, and that's indicative of the gustier aspect of this. So we're going to see those wind gusts gradually, the potential for wind gusts increase over the next 24 to 48 hours. But again, the broader, massive, stronger winds is just to the north of this. So this is a complex situation, and it is evolving. So there's going to be a lot of changes to our forecasts. Again, we're not looking at a full-blown severe tropical storm or typhoon for us. But as far as how this plays out, as far as rainfall potential, wind potential, best guess, there is that potential for flash flooding in the next several days, and then also a canopy tarp type situation. Make sure they're either taken down or heavily secured as this approaches. This is just going to be another routine passage of a tropical system through the island, something that is definitely not new to us in the region. This is just another work of the mechanicians for the islands.
All right. Thank you so much, Landon, for coming in.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming on, man.
All right, 7:25. Quick break, and we're coming back with more of The Link, which is brought to you proudly in part by Pacific Point.
We know you're tired of hearing about COVID-19. Some of you are probably wondering whether this is ever going to end. However long it takes, we all have to do our part, including our